Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brainbean here again, back with another one for you. Now today, as you can see, we're going to be taking a look at the entire Razer Quartz lineup of peripherals. Now, this isn't going to be a full in-depth review because that would take about an hour to go over every single one of these products. So instead, we're just going to do a brief overview. And some of these peripherals I have done full in-depth reviews on, just in a different color. So you'll be able to find the links to all of those down in the description below. Now, another cool thing I have for this video is I'm going to be giving away 3 copies of PC Building Simulator. And the reason for that is Razer recently partnered with them to do a Razer DLC. And that also includes the Razer Quartz Peripherals. So I've got 3 copies of that, plus 3 copies of the Razer DLC. And I'll have all the details on how you can win that at the end of the video. But for now, let's go ahead and check out the Razer Quartz lineup. The Razer Basilisk is an 8-button FPS gaming mouse. Aesthetically, the Quartz edition has that beautiful matte pink coral finish, and it does come with full 16.8 million color RGB in both the Razer logo in the grip and also in the scroll wheel. The tactile scroll wheel also has the ability to adjust the resistance to your preference. Now, another cool feature of the Basilisk is that it has a DPI clutch that can be easily toggled with your thumb to adjust the DPI sensitivity for precise shots. The Basilisk comes with 2 different size magnetic clutches and a pink rubber cap if you just don't want to use it. The mouse has a nice comfortable right-handed ergonomic shape, and it has some gray rubberized grips with a groove texture on either side of the mouse. There's also a bit of a thumb rest that comes out of the left side of the mouse to help reduce a bit of thumb drag. The mouse uses Razer's 5G optical sensor with true 16,000 DPI, and it has 1000 Hz ultra polling, which works with the Xbox One as well. The Basilisk retails for $69.99 and is also available in white and black. The base station Chroma is an elevated version of your typical headphone stand. It features a built-in USB hub with 3 USB 3.0 ports, and it has built-in underglow RGB just to tie in with all your other Razer Chroma enabled devices. The only thing I really have to say about the base station is that the 1 meter cable is a little bit short for me, so you may have to end up keeping it fairly close to your PC. And the base station Chroma retails for $59.99. Now, every headset stand needs a headset, and the new Kraken Quartz edition is just the thing to help tie it all together. Now, I've already done an extensive in-depth review of the newer Krakens, which I'll leave a link for that down below. But to do a quick overview, the Krakens feature a bauxite aluminum frame for a rugged feel, and it is of course done up in that nice quartz pink color. There's no RGB in this headset, which is fine with me as you really can't see it when it's on your head anyways. It's one of the more comfortable headsets that Razer's designed yet, thanks to the cooling gel ear cups with hidden glasses cutouts to prevent your frames from smashing into your head, and it also has increased padding in the headband to help reduce some of that tension there as well. Now, the Kraken is an analog headset with a 3 meter long cable that ends in a 2-in-1 3.5mm audio connector. They also include a splitter cable to split it into a separate mic and headphone jack, and this does add about another 3 meters to your cable length. Now, speaking of the cable, the Kraken does have inline controls in form of a volume wheel and a mute button, and like all Kraken headsets, the unidirectional mic has a bendable boom arm for easy positioning, and it can be hidden inside the headset when you're not using it. And just so you guys can hear how the microphone sounds, here is a clip from my original review of the Razer Kraken. So now I'm talking to you guys directly through the microphone on the headset. Now, this is a cardioid microphone, and they've tuned it up a little bit to help reduce some ambient background noise to kind of increase that vocal presence. Now, as you guys can hear, the microphone is a pretty good sounding microphone for an $80 gaming headset. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more bass in it just to give it some more vocal presence, but I think overall for the applications that it's meant for, that it's more than enough. And lastly, the most important part of any headset is the audio quality, which is pretty good with the custom tuned 50mm drivers that offer a full body sound for both gaming and listening to music. It's a little bit bass heavy in the mix, but if you like that, then you'll certainly dig this headset. The Kraken retails for $79.99. The Razer Huntsman is another product that I've covered pretty extensively with multiple videos, and I'll include all those down in the description, but because of this, I won't really be going too in depth on this one. The main cosmetic differences with this on the Quartz version are of course the smooth matte pink finish on the backplate and the casing, the quartz colored ABS keycaps that I think actually look pretty sharp, and the gray accented rubber pads underneath the board. Now, one detail I like in particular is that the plastic casing on the optomechanical switches on the Quartz version have the same gray accent color as the rest of the Quartz line. I think this is a really nice touch, and I really appreciate that Razer would have had to have made these switches specifically for this board just to add that accent. The Quartz Huntsman is a really nice looking keyboard, and at around $150 comes in at the same price as the Mercury white or black options. The Huntsman uses Razer's optomechanical switches, and just for fun, here is a quick sound test. The Goliath Chroma Extended Quartz Edition has full RGB but does not support effects like wave like the Firefly does. Instead, the entire mousepad will change a single color altogether. It's got the same gray and pink color scheme that all the other Quartz peripherals do, but I like that they chose to make this one predominantly gray because it makes all the pink peripherals really pop when sitting on the mat. It's made with a micro-textured cloth surface that feels really nice to use, and it has a rubberized textured underside to help keep the mousepad firmly in place during use. It's a little bit pricey coming in at $60, but there's no denying that it's a pretty gorgeous mousepad. The Razer Raichu Quartz is a wired or wireless PS4 or PC controller. You can change it between Bluetooth PS4, Bluetooth PC, or wired mode with USB. Aesthetically, the controller ties in well with the Quartz line with the coral pink to most of the face of the controller and the textured gray grips on the underside. I also really like the silver trigger buttons as well. The Raiju has clicky tactile buttons that feel great to use, and it comes with 4 extra triggers for binding to other keys to give you an edge in game. You can also set the distance it takes to register the trigger presses for added speed and control. The grip feels great in the hands, and the controller has a real feeling of quality to it. The Raiju, however, is currently not available in the US, but it should be coming to the US market in the near future. Lastly, we have the Siren X. This USB-powered condenser mic is designed for use with streamers, and it's made with a slim design that's meant to cover up less of your face when it's on camera. Now, it's made of a mixture of metal and plastic construction, and again we see the two-tone gray and pink color scheme, and I like how every Quartz product has found a way to keep that accent gray popping up here and there just for a really nice cohesive look. The mic can be mounted onto the included metal stand for use on your desk, or you can mount it onto your own boom arm if you want to use it that way. The mic also has an internal shock mount, which is great, especially if you use it on a desk, because it won't pick up all those bumps and movement as easily. The mic actively dampens background noise, and it has a built-in gain knob and dedicated mute button. Ultimately, a mic is only as good as it sounds, and I've actually recorded this entire bit on the Siren X on this microphone so you guys could hear how it sounds. And you can pick up the Siren X for about $100. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know down in the description what you think about the Quartz lineup and what color you'd like to see Razer do peripherals of next. Personally, I would love to see some kind of purple setup, but that's just my favorite color. But you guys let me know what you think. Of course, to enter that giveaway that I talked about, 1, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. 2, give this video a like to show your support. And of course, leave me a comment letting me know which color peripheral you would like to see or what you think about the Quartz peripherals in general. I'll be announcing the winner on my Twitter at Brainbean Gaming, so make sure you're following me over there. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.